In previous class, we have studied about the history of the globalization in international level. Okay, so in today's class, we are going to speak about the drivers of international business decisions. Before going for the international level or before expanding the domestic business into the international level, we have to consider few aspects. So those aspects are called as the drivers of the international business decisions. Limited home market. So the limited home market means a restricted home market due to the less population, less purchasing power, not large enough to achieve the economies of scale and all. So in case the home market of that particular company is not enough to achieve their economies of scale or target group, in case it is a smaller one or the purchasing power is also less, then in these cases the company should go for the international business so that they can achieve the economies of the scale. Okay, so whether the home market is limited or not, we have to observe these things. Then excess productions. So we have to see whether we have the capacity to produce more. Okay, so in case if the company is having the capacity to produce more and if they are not utilizing their resources efficiently, then it is a loss for that organization. Am I right? So in case the company is using their complete capacity and producing more than the need of that particular domestic market, then they should go for the international level to sell their excess production. Then the global marketplace. So due to the e-commerce, nowadays the marketplace is treated as a global level. Okay, now there is no boundary for the market in country to country. So through e-commerce and all, we can import the products of any country, we can see the product, we can buy the product and all. Okay, so whether the e-commerce is developed properly in the particular country where we have the objective to establish our business, we have to observe these things too. Then growth in the market share, whether we have the opportunity to increase the market share in the international level. Okay, so let's say our objective is go for the European market, so we have to observe that whether we have the growth opportunities or to increase our market share, whether we have the opportunities there. So we have to observe that one also. Then higher rate of the profit. Do we have any opportunities or the scope to earn the higher rate of the profit? So we say it as return on investment, right? So how much amount we have invested, it may be for the productions or it may be for the promotions, for anything. Okay, so while we speaking about the productions, even for the overheads, we are going to invest some money, and what is the rate of return we are going to get, it also matters, and we have to observe that one. Political stability. See, this is very important while we are speaking about the international business. No one is ready to launch their business in Syria, is it? The political stability is also matters because it directly relates with the trade policies. Okay, so political party to party and person to person, this trade policy will differ, and who will be nominated, who will be elected is also matters. So that is why we have to observe the political stability in the country where we has the objective to establish our business. Okay, for example, in the year 2018, the NDA government has lost 3 states. So immediately what happened with our stock market? It is immediately decreased. So what investors thought? The political stability of India is decreasing. Okay, so in fact, when we see the ranking of the political stability, our ranking is far below than China and even the Pakistan. Why? In the China, the political stability is very good, and in Pakistan, more than the politics, the Pakistan army is handling the particular government and the management, right? Then technology and the communication, this is also very important, and while we are entering into the international business or while we are entering into the market of any other country, we have to observe these two. If the technology is good, then we can go for a good promotional strategies, we can communicate in a better way with our employees, we can communicate with the customers properly, we can go for a good CRM, customer relationship management and all. So the transportation, so before going for the international level, we have to see the transportation. The infrastructure facilities also very important. You see, nowadays in India, the infrastructure facilities are increasing, and that's why the foreign direct investments and some of the MNCs and TNCs are coming to India. The transportation and the infrastructure facilities also plays very important role. Changing demographics. So demographic is nothing but the features of the population. It may be per capita income, it may be GDP, it may be tastes and preferences of the customers and density. So these all things comes here. Okay. So the demographic changes is also matters here. Okay. For example, let's say in one particular area there are 60% of the youngsters. The companies like Dairy Milk are trying to enter into that particular region. Am I right? Why? Their target market is the youngsters. Suppose if this demographic is decreased to 40%, obviously the dairy milk will show a little bit of less interest in that particular region. Is it? So before entering into any market, we have to observe these aspects too. Then trading blocks, this is very important while we are speaking about the international business. Whether there is any trade arrangements between the countries. So like European Union, it is a group of 27 countries where the political borders are not considered for the trade. Okay, and even the visas, Shanghai visa, is it? If you took one visa, then you can travel between 27 countries. Because of the COVID, this rule is little bit rearranged once again. Okay, so World Trade Organizations, about the NAFTA, North American Free Trade Area, okay, and SAFTA, South Asian Free Trade Area, and about the SAARC and all, right? So the status of the trading blocks is also very important, because that may be a threat for you. Okay, so if you are not within that particular trading blocks, it may be a threat for you, and if the business or if the country is within the trading block, that may be an opportunity for you. Okay, so observing this trading block is also very important aspect. So difference in the tax system is also matters. There is something called repatriation. Repatriation means the profit which you earn in the foreign market, you cannot take completely to the home. Okay, you should keep some proportion of that profit in that particular foreign market itself. Okay, so the taxation system is also matters, because this repatriation percentage will differ from one country to another country. Okay, so for example, in Arabian countries, if you started a business, the taxation system nowadays it is introduced. In older days there is no taxation at all, right? So if you are introducing your business, if you are expanding your business for the Arabian countries in older days, obviously you can sell your products for less cost because of the no taxation. But nowadays they are going to introduce the taxation system. Because of that, your products or services may become little bit costly. So this one also we have to observe properly. Then cultural exchange. So about the cultural exchange, about the culture of that particular country or the market, about the cultural behavior of our target group also should be observed properly. So then only you can enter into the international business. Some products may not be suitable for some of the cultures. So before going for the international business, you have to observe these all things and many more aspects. Okay, it's not easy to mention each and everything. You can write your own ideas too. Okay, so these all are called as the drivers of the international business decisions, because before going for the international business, you are going to observe these aspects, and if the result is positive for the business, okay, as a businessman, if the result is a positive for you, then only you are going to enter into that particular international market, or else you are not going to enter into the international market. So that's it for today's class. And in next class we are going to study about motives to enter into the international business. So almost all the concepts are same, but the explanations are little bit different. So in this particular point, our viewpoint is whether it is suitable for us or not. In motives for entering into the international market or a business, we have to see whether we have the opportunity there or not.